Hey guys, Shaq here from Rumble Pack Gaming, serving you guys up with a Max Payne 3 review. The Max Payne series has always been known for its smooth gameplay and edgy dialogue, but Max Payne 3 can actually be quite frustrating if you're not too familiar with first-person shooters. I mean, generally there's nothing wrong with the gameplay fundamentally. It's very solid, but it's painfully difficult and almost unfair at some certain times. They basically give you about 3 aiming modes. There's free aim, soft lock, and hard lock. Now you get to choose at the beginning of the game which one you want, which is kind of unfair because you don't even get to try either of them out before it throws you into the game. I mean, don't actually think about changing in the middle of the game, or you won't get any of the achievements. Not that you're going to get any of them anyway. Almost all of them actually require free aim. And that's damn near impossible. This is all on top of the difficulty selection that you are going to make at the beginning of the game. Max Payne 3 doesn't follow the same guidelines with most games when selecting a difficulty. Normal really isn't normal. It's the equivalent to any other game, which would be its hardcore or hard setting. There's one thing that stands out as different from the first 2 games is the painkiller trips. When he takes a painkiller, it gets all twitchy and the screen shakes and it gets all like, say you were unplugging a cable from the TV, or if it isn't plugged in all the way, it kind of jumps, which kind of throws you off guard and makes you pay attention a little bit more because you can tell that as he's taking these painkillers, it's phasing him. Now, basically, to keep in lieu with the story, as his mind rambles and phases, keywords pop up on the screen. They seem very emphasized, making you want to watch them, even though they're not really important.
These pricks had been annoying me for days. They were typical Jersey rich kids. The ringleader, I think his name was Tony. His dad was some well-known hood, drug dealer, racketeer.
It's a great trick to actually get you to pay attention to the gameplay when otherwise you just sit there and hold down the A button trying to skip over random cutscenes that you wouldn't have actually wanted to watch. It actually made me feel like I was actually in the game. I'm like, okay, new characters come in, new things come in. I need to watch these people because they can prove valuable. Knowing information about them later on in the game helped me solve, okay, what am I going to think that's going on. Now, one of the other things that I noticed about Max Payne while playing it has a pretty good soundtrack. Has this kind of new age feel that fits perfectly with the evolution of the Max Payne as a character. It adds an ambiance of basically a horrid situation taken through the game as a gritty nature and how it overflows the tone and brings it all together. If I'd say so myself, it's one of the best game soundtracks in recent memory. Max Payne 3 isn't for everyone. It's a tad long, very difficult at times, and very, very mature, which makes it so great that it doesn't try to be there for everyone, and the game is better for it. Max Payne is a messed up guy, but you can relate to him, and that helps ease the pain of vicariously living such a tragic life. Everything flows together exceptionally well, and despite its flawed difficulty, Max Payne is one of the best shooters up to date. Rockstar usually has trouble with its multiplayer, so I wasn't expecting much and was actually taken back after spending some time shooting my friends online. Max Payne 3 offers the typical multiplayer modes, though with clever drug-related names, which is pretty cool, I might add in my opinion. But Team Deathmatch actually stood out the most. There's no compromises and you still have access to the bullet time. That's an extremely difficult feature to implement in such a multiplayer setting, but in this case it's actually quite simple. If you're in the same vicinity as an enemy who's moving with bullet time, then you will slow down time for you as well. The further you're away from them, the less time actually slows down for you. The weapon progression and ranking system is also standard for an online shooter, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad game in any way. It's just exactly what you expect. Max Payne 3 offers an above-average take on the popular multiplayer scenarios that, when coupled with the bullet time feature, works extremely well. So all in all, I'd give Max Payne's multiplayer a solid 6 out of 10. It wasn't great, but I've also seen other multiplayers do a lot worse. It'd get the gold seal for me. All in all, Max Payne 3 gets a total rating of about 7 out of 10 from me. Wasn't the greatest game I've ever played, but it damn near wasn't the worst. And I actually like some of the things that they've actually implemented in the new game, so solid 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Shaq with RPG, and see you later.